And I think that I'm next to intro you,
Yes, go
to
for it.
turn that over to you.
Yeah. Yes. So
Great. So I did write a little something,
let's
Elliot.
hear it.
I couldn't
Let's
help
hear
myself.
it.
Everyone knows you, everyone loves you, everyone respects you. But to me, Elliot, you are a leader, full stop, period. As the principal and founder of Unicorn Solutions, that you advocate and bring to this work an element of authenticity and genuine commitment. You have over 12 years of experience on topics such as child welfare, mental health, LGBTQIA2S plus community, and you engage folks in ways that are really genuine, authentic through your training, advising, and facilitating cultural change effects. Elliott's a graduate of Portland State University and has numerous roles leading and advising and policymakers and system administrators, and maybe their most important role is serving on the board at CSP. I've personally had the honor to work with Elliott for many years now, and I'm humbled to be the one who gets to introduce them today. So, Elliott, let me pass you the baton.
Thank you so much, Alex. That was very kind. Very glad to be here with everyone today. You've heard from me already today, so I'm not going to take too much of your time, but do just want to acknowledge and say thank you for being here. If you've been with us for a minute or all day, um, my friend Angie put it in the chat, the connection community in this space is incredibly healing. And that is certainly part of the goal today, is that you feel connected, that you know that there are people who have your back and who support you, that in this time period that feels tough and hard, and that the message is hard to see what's going on out there, that I know I can confirm for you. There are many attorneys, advocates, parents, leaders who want to support our community and want to have our back and won't stop fighting for that. I think additionally, the noise in the news is really loud, but the reality is not the news. The reality is our daily lives, is our time together, is our love and community and our connection with one another. I am bolstered in this work all the time by the people I get to work with and serve. I live in Casper, Wyoming. I moved back to my hometown last year, wanting to really help community there, knowing that things have been harder. And I'd been living in Portland, Oregon for 10 years, which is like my second home. I love to go back and visit all the time. But so much of my coming back to Wyoming was knowing that the place that I grew up wasn't the place where I thrived at that time. I grew up in foster care. I joke that I'm a classically trained lesbian because my roots really are as lesbian first and now as a trans masculine person. But it wasn't really safe or possible to transition in Wyoming at that time. And so moving to Portland gave me the opportunity to do that and to be my whole self, to become Elliott. And coming back to Wyoming in recent months in this past year has been really healing to come back on my own terms with my own freedom and choice to be there, to take breaks with travel because I travel a lot for work. But I've gotten to do some really cool work in collaboration with a local group called Casper Pride. I've been serving on their board, going to transition my role with them here soon to do some other work for them. But one of the things we've done is we started a group called Transparency, which is a parent support group for parents of trans kids and adults. That has been one of the most life-giving spaces for me, even just to connect with those parents, because I think it's important that any parent of a queer young person know that regardless of all the noise, loving your child is your job and is your responsibility and is the right thing every day, the right choice, no matter what the news says, to love and support them. And so that has been really life-giving to sort of see the reverse of what I didn't experience and to create that space, but also just to know that like the rural communities, the small towns, the small spaces, you can have the queer community that you want. It might feel harder, there might be fewer of you, but we can really create the spaces we need and want, and we should. And if you grew up in those communities and you left because it was hard to be there, I fully hear that. But do consider giving your hometown or your space a chance for you to revisit it, to say hey, to bring back your skills and talents and all of that. Because even if you only go for a little bit, it can be such a gift to give back to the places where we were raised, and to sort of flip the script on any harm that we experienced there. I'll name that I experienced conversion therapy growing up in Wyoming, but I would say, and I often joke, that it didn't matter because I'm still very gay. It didn't work, right? But that harm is still there, and that's still an experience people may have today. And so anything we can do to create spaces that let young people and their families know there's nothing wrong with you. There's support, there's evidence-based science that lets you know you are supposed to be who you say you are. And that love is pretty easy for us to give when we don't get in our own way. So just wanted to share some love and support there. Additionally, I was asked by my peers to please show the evidence of a silly unicorn costume that I love to put on at Pride every year. This is a photo of me in that unicorn. If you haven't ever seen it before, you've been missing out. But even better than that, I have a short video of me moving around like a silly person in this because, of course. So here you go. Me dancing.
Woo! Did it!
I would say never take yourself too seriously because it's not worth it. So put on a unicorn costume, whatever it is, find some joy, create joy. We have the power to make that happen in our lives and for other people. A few other reminders, and then I'm going to pass it to our next speaker. So if you're just joining us today, I'm Elliott Hinkle. I'm the principal and founder of Unicorn Solutions. I'm very excited to have you here for Visible and Unstoppable, our Pride Zoomathon. Today is about showing up for LGBTQIA2S+ youth and families with love, visibility, and resistance. We're lifting up voices that too often get left out of the conversation and reminding each other that we are never alone in this work. You can find the resources that we've been sharing today in the chat. It'll get shared again a few times, and we'll also put it online later. But if you want, you can check the document, the PDF that Angela put in the chat recently. Lots of resources in there for you that'll hopefully be helpful. If you're watching this on Zoom, great. We love to have you. Please feel free to share some love in the chat. Show us that you're here, interact, ask questions. You can also watch this on the YouTube live stream at Unicorn Solutions LLC on YouTube. When you get on there, you'll be able to also see the chat is there. You can also share that link to your friends now or even after the Zoomathon is over because it is recording to YouTube. So you can go back and watch any parts that you missed, see those clips, share it to friends, all that good stuff. Additionally, you can find out more about this event and what is now the launch of this ongoing campaign at www.unicornsolutions.org/visible-and-unstoppable. That is a great place where you can also see all the speakers that we've had today and learn more about them, but also where we'll likely share updates in the future as we continue this campaign of making sure that people know about the resources that exist, the community that's there for them, and don't feel alone in this work. Additionally, on Instagram, you can find Unicorn Solutions LLC to see posts, to stay up to date with my work. That's often in collaboration with many of the speakers you've heard today. Stay tuned for us at different conferences and events and resources that we'll share for your support. And lastly, a lot of the orgs that you're hearing from today are orgs that are nonprofits. Not all, but many are. And so they accept donations. They accept a follow or a like on their profiles. You can support by even just showing up and asking, do they need help on their board? Do they need volunteers? There's so many ways that we can show up in this time. So please, I encourage you, if you have the means or the desire, to share and donate and support these organizations that are sticking around in the fight. Even while others have had to turn away, they're still going strong. So you don't have to be everything to everyone, but you can be visible and consistent in your love and advocacy. So please be visible and unstoppable.